everyone, and welcome to the third episode of The Journal. We're webcasting live from Centennial College in Toronto, and I'm your host, Lisa Wright.
And I'm Alessia Peluso. Today on The Journal, we'll be seeing our reporter Jason Jarrett climb walls.
Producer Mikhail Petgray spent some time with funk artist and music producer Bobby Dreadful.
Plus, our reporter Mike Warner takes a look at the Toronto Islands and talks to island activist and local politician Liz Amer.
Also, reporter Leo Zhao looks in on how immigrants are supported while getting settled in Canada. And another story, Sheena Klein, producer, looks through the lens of photographer Kareem Ajani.
Should be a really good show, guys. We also have a live performance from indie band Your Heart.
So, Alessia, how good of a rock climber are you?
Oh, I've never really tried it, but Lisa, I don't think I would be any good.
No? Well, our own Jason Jarrett went to Boulders, an indoor rock climbing facility in Toronto, and he spoke to Andrew McBurney on what it's all about while getting a few pointers.
I'm trying to think.
You could just move your hand as if you were like, you know.
Show me when. Oh.
Just grab stuff.
This is hard.
Bouldering. Rock climbing at its extreme. When you take steep angles, thin holds, and body positions you think are impossible to do, you sort of get the picture. To experience it though, that's a whole different story. I recently went into Boulder's Climbing Center and talked to the owner, Andrew McBurney, to learn more about bouldering and to experience it firsthand.
Bouldering is climbing on walls or boulders outside with no rope. Bouldering is unique more because you can go in any direction. You can climb sideways, you can climb down sometimes. You do movements in bouldering that you don't see in most rock climbing with the rope because you're able to move in any direction. We opened on December 14th, 2008, so that makes us 10 months old. We've been running some programs for our kids, and we've been having lots of experienced climbers and adults coming to our facility to train and to get better at bouldering for various reasons, either to improve their rock climbing or just to have fun or get strong, stay in shape.
If you're new to the climbing scene, you're probably wondering, what's up with all the colors? Well, with most rock climbing centers, each climb route is labeled according to its difficulty.
Well, we mark the routes at this facility with the colored tape, so yellow is generally the easiest route that you can find in here. Boulder problem or route would be taped yellow if it's easy, and then as the colors change, the difficulty of the routes goes up as well. So we would like to keep black as the hardest. That's sort of standard. Well, some of the things that are unique to bouldering terminology is spotting. So spotting is when you actually use your hands to help a climber land safely. So if they're falling down and maybe they're going to fall onto their back, or they're going to put their hand out and maybe risk injuring their wrist, but if you can help steady them with your hands, you just put your hands up and sort of guide them to the ground a little bit so they're more controlled. Beta is a thing that people throw around a lot, that word. Beta is basically when another climber is giving you information about how to do a certain route or how to do a certain movement. They're giving you help. It's like a teaching. So when you give someone beta, you're giving them information or knowledge.
Once you hit this blue, you gotta turn around, swing your feet over, and then the rest of the climb is like this until you get to the yellow. Okay. So your hand's gonna start here. You're gonna grab on to the next one.
For my first go, I decided to use any holds rather than stick to a specific route, just to be sure I knew what I was doing. Now that I covered the basics, I feel ready. I feel confident. It's climb time.
Alright, I'm gonna spot you as you go, so if you fall down, I'm just gonna help you control your leg. Alright, sounds good.
Bouldering is as much its own form of climbing as it is a way of training as well for rock climbing. So people will use bouldering to increase their power. Power takes a really long time to build. And if you try to push that too fast, you tend to get injured, which you see happening a lot. But if you want to get stronger and better at climbing, bouldering is the fastest way to do that.
I found that a little too easy for me, so I tried yellow only this time, but I really was looking for something to test my muscles, build my strength.
Bouldering develops your hand strength a lot. It develops your technique. You can work on anything you want to. It's a very flexible type of training there isn't any one thing that's going to determine physically, that's going to determine whether or not you do well. But you know, obviously a strong upper body, like a good shoulder strength and good abdominal and core strength is really important for climbing as well.
How's that? Nice.
Yellow tape beaten and I still haven't broke a sweat. I mean, it put a little stress on my muscles, but it just left me hungry for more. So I searched for a challenge, which I successfully found.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, keep going. Swing your feet over there.
Leg stretch.
Okay.
And here I am thinking an athletic guy like me could easily take these routes. I mean, attempt after attempt, I was barely getting anywhere. Sure, the holds were slim and the technique tricky, but I felt there was an underlying reason for all this.
There's so many different mental challenges. There's challenges of your ego as well that a lot of people deal with, and myself included, of course. and there's just there's so many different mental aspects to the sport. I mean, it's like any other sport. The more you can be in control of all those facilities, then the better off you are. I try to focus on the fun aspect of climbing, and that sort of cancels out a lot of the other stuff like around fear and ego and confidence. If you're having fun, then you're probably not too worried about most of those things.
All right, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I tried rock climbing today, and bouldering is just getting at me. I mean, the walls keep coming, and I keep climbing, but they just keep throwing me down. But I'm still going. I'm still going at it. Like, I know I can do this. But that's enough for me. This has been the Journal, Jason Jarrett, for bouldering.
Wow, that was a really intense workout.
I know, mentally and physically. I mean, climbing a wall without any support and hanging upside down, that's awesome. Not for me, but awesome.
Sit tight, guys. We still have a lot more coming up on the Journal, including live performance, first of two of them from Your Heart. Keep it on play. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Journal. Celestia, you're a music fan, right?
Obviously. Why are you asking?
Well, I don't know. If you like reggae, funk, fusion, you'll for sure like our next story.
For sure. Our reporter Mikkel Petgrave spent a day with funk artist Bobby Dreadful and his band, the Breastfed Superheroes. He tagged along with them as they prepared a show in the Great White North. Check it out, guys.